Hello there, wonderful human. My name is Ethan, your financial advocate, and in today's lesson, I want to help coach, guide, inspire you on your financial journey to financial independence. And I want to start with the end destination in mind. So, I talk a lot about having a system that allows you to accomplish your financial independence. So, before we talk about the system, which I'm going to cover in future videos, let's talk about what financial independence actually looks like. What does that mean? And how can you conceptualize it as an investor and as someone who wants to gain complete financial independence from their business so they can have the control, autonomy, power that you desire and that you deserve. So this is the way I like to think of it. As your system is being implemented, as you are developing your money management system, the entire point of this system is to allow you to accumulate assets that can produce income. So these assets, we're going to start to accumulate into, I like to think of it as a bucket. And at the end of the day, this bucket is going to be able to shoot out income for you to live on, whatever that amount may be. Now, in this bucket, you are going to have a variety of different assets, different investment vehicles, maybe insurance products or sources of income. So just to name a few, we're going to think about some of the guaranteed sources of income that you could earn over your life. Some of them are written into law, things like Social Security, and some of them are going to be things that you acquire along the way. Maybe it's rental income, maybe it's a pension, we can call it retirement. Maybe it's an annuity or an insurance product. Or it is a culmination of tons of other investments. Things like stocks, bonds, right? Any type of business interest. It could be private business interest. It could be, oil drilling rights. It could be gold, silver, commodities. There's a whole laundry list of assets that you can accumulate. But the entire point is to build up assets that can appreciate in value, that can generate an income, and that income is for you to live on. And so when we're thinking of this bucket strategy, a lot of times it makes sense, but it's hard to understand how much we need in these assets to be generating a desired amount of income, and specifically a desired amount of income per month. So this is a very kind of quick and dirty way to ballpark how much you're going to need invested or in your assets to generate a specific amount of money per month. Now this rule of thumb is called the rule of 300, and it doesn't take into account inflation, taxes, fees. There's a lot of missing variables here, but it can give you a very good ballpark of how much you need to be striving for if you want financial independence based on your lifestyle and what you're used to or what you would like to live on per month. So to start this exercise, I want you to think about your desired lifestyle. What does your dream lifestyle look like, and how much is it going to cost you every single month? So if I was going to write you a check every single month for the rest of your life, how much would that check need to be to make you feel like you can live the life that you envision, that you desire, and that would bring you fulfillment, meaning, joy, happiness, all that good stuff? So let's just start off with a $10,000, what we like to call check a month goal, CAM. Now, this $10,000 check a month goal could be $5,000 for you. It could be $100,000 for you. The number is going to be a personal number. You guys need to come up with that on your own based on your lifestyle, your current income, or your future expectations of your income. But regardless, you need to get clear on what that number is, because if you don't have a target, if you don't have a destination, there's almost no way you're going to be able to arrive at a specific desired outcome if you haven't defined it and if you haven't got clear on what that is. So in this example, let's use $10,000 a month. Now, you can use this rule of thumb, this planning rule of thumb called the rule of 300, with any desired monthly income that you want. We're just using 10,000 in this example. So the way this works is you take 300, this is going to be the constant in the equation, and you multiply it by your desired monthly income. So 10,000 in this example. This is going to equal $3 million. And the idea here is that if you can earn 4% of interest, which is very reasonable. You know, most balanced portfolios can do this with a high statistical probability. If you can earn 4% on your $3 million per year, so that's an annual number. If you just take 0.04 multiplied by 3 million, you're going to come up with 120,000, and that's per year. So if you take $120,000 per year and you divide it by 12 to get your monthly number, you're going to come up with $10,000 per month. And this is going to be what you are living off of interest only. So the idea here is if you can fill up your bucket with stocks, bonds, and various investments that can earn at least a 4% rate of return for you, then if you have $3 million in this bucket of assets, that $3 million should be able to produce in interest $10,000 a month for you to live on. Now, this means at the end of your life, whether that's at, 80 years old or 150 years old, you still have $3 million in your investment account and you are living off of interest only, which is amounting to $10,000 per month. So I want to start with the end in mind. When we talk about what money does and having a money management system, there's tons of goals and needs, priorities that money supports. But one of the biggest needs, in my opinion, is income. Will you ever have a period in your life where you don't have a need for income? Most likely not. Now, some of you may be like, oh, I can run a business that produces me income passively. This is awesome. This is what we want. We're looking for passive income. But the idea with filling up your bucket full of assets is to have what we like to call diversification. We don't want to be relying on one single business or one single source of income to fill our entire income need, because what happens if something happens to that business, if the market changes, if your ads no longer work, or if you're just no longer able to generate the same level of income because you're only relying on one single source of income as opposed to relying on tens or hundreds of different sources to generate that income. So if something happens to one of those sources, you're still going to be able to live on the income that you need to sustain yourself. So I want to start with the end destination in mind, which is generating enough income for you to live your desired lifestyle, and give you a very simple way to understand and conceptualize how this can work for you. So with that being said, click on over into the next video if you found this helpful and useful and valuable, and we are going to continue on with the lessons so you can gain financial independence from your business in a way that's systematized and easy to manage. Catch you in the next video.